Hey folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another Baldur's Gate 3 quick tip. I was taking some time here in between doing the live streams to really take a look at all of our abilities and spells and things like that. And one thing I hadn't realized was quite how strong ritual spells were here in Baldur's Gate 3. Let me show you what I mean. If you go into your inventory and you go to your spellbook, which you can also access by hitting the K key on your keyboard, in your spellbook is of course where you can change which spells you have prepped. Here with my druid, of course, I know all druid spells, but I only prep certain number of them per day. Well, some of the spells are ritual spells. For example, Speak with Animal over here. And what's great about these ritual spells is if we hit just T to lock this in and mouse over, you can see ritual spells don't cost a spell slot when cast outside of combat. That's right, you can cast Speak with Animal all the time for free as long as you have it in one of your prepped slots. So let me show you, right? I have it in here. I'm going to cast Speak with Animal. I'm going to cast this. It's not going to use up one of my level 1 spells. Well, I still have the same number of spell slots I had this moment ago, but now I have Speak with Animals, and it's there for the entire day. Very convenient. Now, if I go and remove it from this slot, I do lose the buff. It does go away. So the cost isn't in terms of spell slots and isn't in terms of your number of spells you can cast per day, but it is in terms of how many spells you can have prepared, how many spells you can have memorized. But this also works exceptionally well with something like Longstrider, for example. Longstrider is another ritual spell. And of course, you can swap your prepared spells anytime you want outside of combat. So if you're running around, you've just finished a battle and you've got tons of combat spells, and then you turn a corner and you see a lovely animal, then you can just slot in Speak with Animals and cast it, and you're good to go. But let's take a look at this Longstrider over here. Again, you can see it's got the ritual tag right over here, which means it doesn't cost a spell slot outside of combat. And Longstrider increases the movement speed of a target by 3 meters, which is a substantial amount. But there's nothing that stops me from casting this on every single one of my party members, which is astounding to me. As long as I'm willing to take, 10 seconds here to go and click on all of my party members can now move around considerably faster. And again, the only cost to me is that this spell slot is now just occupied by Longstrider. I will have to be that much more careful and tight about my spell selection, Oh, I really want Ice Knife. Oh, but I can't take out Longstrider. I'll have to take something else out. So yeah, with the Speak with Animal, that's something that's pretty easy. You can go and remove that and just put it back in when you need it. So then if I wanted Ice Knife, then I could do that, or whatever else I might want in the situation that I'm in. But yeah, the Longstrider I will always keep prepared from now on, I'm sure, and I'm going to keep on all my party members because that's fantastic. And yeah, again, it doesn't cut into how many spells you can cast per day because it's got that ritual tag. There's a few others, Enhanced Leap over here. To me, I mean, this is very, because when I looked at the spell, I'm like, this spell seems really bad. Why would I ever memorize this? Why would I ever use up a spell slot for it? Well, that's the thing, you don't use a spell slot for it. Now, I don't think there's any good reason to keep Enhanced Leap memorized all the time, but every now and again, you're going to run into a situation where some place is just out of reach. Well, what do? Swap in, bring out some spell, put in Enhanced Leap instead, cast Enhanced Leap on someone with probably high strength with athletics score, because I believe that will affect their distance to jump, and then they'll jump somewhere, and then they'll jump back, and then great, then you can get rid of Enhanced Leap and put in whatever you had in that slot back over there. Huge amounts of flexibility and doesn't cost you anything for your day's castings. Absolutely beautiful. I'm definitely, for all my spellcasters now, I'm going to be taking a look at what spells they might have that has the ritual tag. Unfortunately, currently for me, Gale doesn't have any of those spells. Oh, what a shame. But maybe I'll find some scroll with something as we go forward. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.